Hello and welcome to a new edition of Canutillo Combos, the official Canutillo ISD podcast. I'm Gustavo Reveles, the Director of Communication here in Canutillo ISD. And we have with us, of course, our fearless leader, Dr. Pedro Galaviz, Superintendent of Schools.
In 2023, I was fearful. In 2024, I'm still fearful.
I am horrified.
Happy 2024.
Welcome everyone. Happy New Year. Doc, we are kicking off the new year, the second half of our school year here. And we have some special guests with us today.
Very special. Very special.
And to help us talk about this second half of the school year, we have our Chief Academic Officer, Jesica Arellano, who is a community member here in Canutillo, a former principal, former teacher, parent, everything. What do you need her to be fill in? Whatever role you need her to fill here in Canutillo, she's filled it out.
She's gonna fill the Dr. Arellano. She's gonna graduate. She defends from Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Yes. Community college, right?
No. College Station.
Is that a school? Is that a school? Texas A&M? Where is that?
New Mexico or
Antarctica?
Nope. Watch it.
Welcome, Mr. Arellano, and soon to be Dr. Arellano. Welcome to here. And then we have Christina, of course. Christina. From the Public Information Office.
I'm cheering for myself.
And she's also a community member, a parent, and a staff member here.
Of 4.
Yeah, 4 kids in our school district.
Class of 24, senior.
Right. Almost there.
And of course, Laura, always at the controls, pushing the buttons over here. But Doc, we are excited. We welcomed our students back this week.
How was the break? Let's talk about that. I know you had the flu.
I had the flu. It knocked me out. But I'm glad that it knocked me out during the break. I didn't have to miss work. I think it was my body telling me that I needed to rest because I had been going up a mile a minute, and I just for 3 days I was in bed. I did not leave my bedroom for 3 days. It was bad.
Wow.
It was bad.
Wow.
But thankfully I was back in time for Christmas.
How was your break, Dr. Arellano?
It was really good. I had great family time. We drove up to Austin for a family wedding, so we had family from Tennessee, from Illinois, from all over Texas.
Mexicans
Arizona.
Mexicans in Tennessee.
There is. And so we had
There's Mexicans everywhere, Doc.
What's John Denver's side?
West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. It's close, right? West Virginia, Tennessee.
Not really.
Mountain Mama.
No.
Take me home. What was it?
Country Road, Take Me Home.
How about you, Christina? Did you do what'd you make? What'd you cook? You're a big cooker.
I made all kinds of things. I made some prime rib.
Wow.
I made some
I didn't see no
cream
prime rib.
spinach. Slept a lot. I ate a lot.
Nice.
I think we all did that. So what's going on in 24?
Well, we welcome our students back on this week, and our teachers are back in full action here. No time to rest. We gotta hit the ground running, right, Mr. Arellano? We I know you guys met with principals. We talked about what's coming up this semester, and of course we have testing coming up. We have tons of assessment and making sure that our students perform at the level that our parents expect them to perform. What can parents expect this semester?
Well, I think that our leadership yesterday, just reading the room, there's a lot of excitement from our leadership. I know that they were excited to welcome all the students back, and so it's crunch time. It's right around the corner, and you're weeks away from seniors thinking about graduation and life becoming real, even more so in the next step. I think to our younger students in the elementary, just excited to come back and be with their teachers in the classroom and their friends and all the fun learning. And so we're just going to continue that momentum. it's halfway through the year and we share data and really identifying where our students are at and how we can continue to support them and help them grow.
Doug, we've set the bar high in Canutillo. We are the best performing school district in the region for the last 3 years, AAA rated, the only school district in the region to have 3 A's. And the pressure's on, right? The target's on our backs to make sure that we continue to perform at a level that's beyond everyone else.
I think with Dr. Arellano and Dr. Kearney and all our principals and our teachers, it's the pressure. It's just quality teaching and learning.
Yeah.
So if you have quality teaching and learning, you're gonna hit any test that this governor, this commissioner, that we're gonna get it. So I don't want to put pressure on kids because ultimately it's just a test, and there's no test that says that you're gonna go out and be Picasso, that you're gonna go out and be Einstein, you're gonna be go out and be who's the guy who owns Tesla?
Elon.
Yeah, I don't like that guy. I'll never buy a Tesla. But anyways, but there's no test that can really determine their future. You know what I mean? I mean, whether our goal here in Canutillo is that they become healthy and happy and productive citizens of this country, that they're actively involved. And the STAR doesn't show that.
Yeah. No. And
so our teachers every day work very hard to give them that quality learning, to make them that thinkers, to make them that creators. Because again, I mean, Gandhi, Cesar Chavez, Martin Luther King. Do you know what Martin Luther King, his EOC score was in English form?
Right? It's probably pretty high though. His guy could write.
His AP score in U.S. history was. I mean, no one really cares.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I think that's been the secret to the success here in Canutillo is that we're preparing students not to take a test, but rather to facilitate and give them the tools they need to meet their goals. Right? We want to make sure that students set goals based on their personal life and their personal desires, and that we facilitate that desire and that ability to reach those goals.
Yes, whatever you said, yes.
I do.
I don't know what you said. But is that,
well, basically,
I went to the eye doctor this morning, right?
So how many of me are there?
Right? Actually, he was doing the real. I don't know what he was doing, like this, my peripheral. But again, I don't ask what were your STAR scores or what was your scores in college, and when I put on these things, these lenses, can I see?
Yeah.
That's how I judge him.
Yeah. And
Dr. Applebaum, thank you very much. Appreciate this morning taking me in. But
shout out to the eye doctor.
Shout out to the eye doctor. But
free advertising here.
Dr. Applebaum.
But no, it's important to note that we facilitate that road for our students,
But I think that's where learning, and I think I was reading. Oh, what's it called? The Dr. Tabor from
Catherine Tabor.
Yeah, Catherine Tabor. She made we were talking about artificial intelligence right before the break because Dr. Miss Ruskowski got an award.
Yes, she did.
And we were talking about AI intelligence, and she says the STAR in EOC is still 20th century testing. Mm-hmm. It's not 21st century testing.
Yeah.
So it's very, it's a bubble, and then Morath tries we're going to change it, so make it a little more. No, it's not. The level of teaching that our teachers do to the level of testing, there's an inverse relationship. So again, I just want to tell parents, relax. As long as your kid says, I love you, Mom, I love you, Dad, They say thank you. They say you're welcome. It's a good day.
Yeah, and you're right, and your conversation with Dr. Zero is right. We're expecting students to be 21st century ready, and we're assessing them using 20th century tools.
Bubble sheets.
Yeah, bubble sheets.
And when they get to college and you're finishing up your doctorate, Mr. Arellano, that's not how it's done in college anymore.
Yeah.
And that's not what they're going to see. We expect them to go to college, right? We're training them to move on to go to higher ed, and the state is saying you're going to take this test this way, and they get to college, and that's not how it's done.
No, it's done collaboratively. It's done together. It's done as a group. Hey, what's your idea? What's my idea? Come on, let's go. Well, it was a great idea on how to communicate and talk. Yeah. But yet they take it by themselves. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. It's funny you mentioned AI. We just the CNI department, our curriculum instruction team, just met with AI robot called Abi, and so this robot is very interactive with the students. It teaches them math, reading, social emotional learning, and so I think about how technology has really advanced, and we're trying to compete. I mean, in a way that social, human, you never want that to go away, because that's how we're going to communicate. But then you see something that might possibly engage a child even more, and so he recognizes who you are, knows your name, dances, celebrates.
Oh,
and
really?
So it was just very interesting to see. So now I feel like, wow, maybe we should try Abi in the classroom, just to continue to supplement, not to replace, but just to.
But it might replace though. That's the thing is people like teachers, you're gonna have to up your game with AI, and rather than try to get rid of it and I don't know, Miss Tabor was just
she's amazing.
Oh man, she's amazing.
Smart lady.
She was just like, we need to up our teaching, up our learning. It's not just a book of information. And when you can just ask, hey, give me when did this happen and tell me why, and the AI can tell you why, well then, hey, you're not. I don't know. It's
well, this AI is there right now, and the way it's situated, it still requires human thought and human input to do it. You got to learn how to do it right.
Yes.
And Doc, you and I were talking about this earlier. Like if you expect to do things the old way and remain stagnant, you're not going to survive. You have to adapt. You have to evolve, and you have to make sure that you're keeping up with what's out there, because especially in education, kids expect you to teach them in the way that they want to learn, and that's fair. That's they deserve that, and we can have anyone just say like, well, I learned it this way, and that's the way they got to learn it.
And that's what we've been doing.
That's
what we've been doing. That's the classroom.
And I overheard one of the Today Show or something when they were talking about the new year, and talking about how we say we're going to change something about ourselves, but really what they were saying is we should be thinking of transformation. How are we going to transform? Because you can say I want to lose weight, change how I eat, or change my daily exercise, but it's really about transforming and transformation. So I started thinking about, how are we going to transform our district? How are we going to transform our teaching? How are we going to transform our classroom? Just not only personally, but also professionally. And so, it really gave me something to think about, because you have to do a lot of things to create transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you keep doing the same thing the old way, the same way, you can't expect there to be that transformation.
No, it's just
you remain stagnant.
You remain stagnant. Yeah.
Well,
So-
and
transform my wife.
hey, no, don't. Careful.
She's stagnant.
Well, and that term transformation is key to our next topic, Doc. starting tomorrow, we're going to welcome a group of stakeholders here in central office. We've tasked them for the next month and a half to help us find solutions to two of the most critical challenges that the school district is facing at the moment. This is the Facilities Assessment Taskforce. It's a group of about 40 to 50 individuals. These are parents, students, staff members, community members that are coming together after the school board created this task force to help us find community-based solutions to two issues facing us right now, which is the state of our facilities, which is the deteriorating state of facilities, and the loss of enrollment in the school district. And these two issues are severely impacting our ability to really provide a world-class education the way that our students really deserve. We're excited to welcome this group, and we're excited to roll up our sleeves and start working with them to find solutions to these issues.
Yeah, because everything costs money.
Yep.
Everything costs money. Nothing in life is free. And so, like our HVAC boilers, they're old. Right now, the neon, the refrigerant is illegal. Yeah. So we have to have a HVAC contraption in order to put the freon that we use, which the unit doesn't function at 100%, so it doesn't get as cold.
Right.
Doesn't get as hot. You know, our roofs are leaking.
We, safety and security.
The safety security, it's like 6 to 8 million, 20 million. I mean, all that costs money. And again, that's not something that a school district has that you can just write a check for.
No.
That's the only way we can do it is through a bond. That's the way the state, again, an antiquated finance system process. That's the way they allow us, our legislators.
And I think it's important to make sure that the community understands that bonds are by design the methodology that the state has outlined for school districts to address these issues. They're not giving us money to build. They're not giving us money to replace. They're not giving us money to grow. They're saying if you're facing those issues, then you have to go out for a bond election. And I'm not sure that the community understands that they think it's a vanity issue for school districts, and it's not a vanity issue for school districts. It's a necessity.
I don't know. Do they not understand it, or do they don't want to understand it?
Well, I mean, it could be both, right? But bottom line is, I think a lot of people may assume that a bond is a vanity project, that we want to do it so we can just build new schools or add on to the things, or that this is something that school districts always want to do. And this is something that school districts are forced to do to cope with the reality of aging buildings, to cope with the reality of fast growth.
Or we have that what was that zip code?
79911.
79911. Who a lot of those parents don't even bring their kids here.
Well, that's the other issue, Doc.
And so all that enrollment.
Yeah, we have a large segment of our population that does not have a neighborhood school in their neighborhood, right? We have a whole new subdivision, which is our fastest growing subdivision in the district at Enchanted Hills, and they have no neighborhood school. So those students and those families opt to go to a nearby school in another school district because it's closer, it's more convenient, and it looks better.
Yeah.
Right? Right now, we're asking those families living behind Abundant Living Faith Center to spend 40 minutes either on a bus or in their car just to get to middle school. And then once they get to the middle school, and I love AMS. It's a great school. They do a great job of educating your kids.
My kids went to AMS. Miss Dr. Arellano's kids went to AMS.
They do a great job. Those teachers are amazing.
They are.
They're amazing. But they do it in a facility that is just not great. It's just not great. So it is easy for families living behind Abundant Living Faith Center to drive down the street to EPISD and send their kids there.
Well, don't tell them that. You can't tell them that.
Well, I don't think I have to tell them that. It's happening.
Well, I know, because
Right?
look at our transfers.
And a lot of families, Doc, a lot of families here in Canutillo, especially the old part of Canutillo, are saying like, so what? Let them leave. But the reality is, and you have those figures in front of you, how much, when a student leaves, we lose out on funding.
We lost $19 million this year.
This year we lost $19 million.
$19 million, because 1,761. These are just transfers. This is not including the kids that we don't even know.
They never enrolled in our school.
Yeah, they've never enrolled. So that 19 could be 30 million just on
potential
yeah.
revenue for the district.
Parents have decided, because again, real estate, location. It's not. There's no school by them. It's not convenient, and
It doesn't look pretty.
the schools don't look pretty,
Yeah.
right? So
And you might say, well, I live, in historic Canutillo. Why do I care? Well, when you're projected to lose close to $30 million by 2028, and we say, you know what, you like that program at Northwest Early College, but we can no longer afford it.
Can't afford Northwest Early College.
Or you like that CTE program at the high school, we can no longer afford it. Or you like that Montessori program, we can no longer. I mean, it's going to impact us all.
Cuts program, it cuts it all. Once you lose kids, again, it's the way that you lose kids, money.
Yeah.
If you don't have the kids, and we're losing kids, we lose money. We're gonna have to reduce staff. We're gonna have to close the school. We're just gonna have to be financially responsible to our taxpayers, and we're gonna make those decisions in order so that we can.
And I want to make sure that the public understands the gravity of this, because by 2028, if nothing changes, we expect to lose out on $27 million of revenue. Our operating budget is $66 million. That is a good chunk of our operating budget. It is a significant chunk, and something that would be detrimental to our ability to continue operating at an exemplary level.
You want to drop the mic on that, because again, what do you say? I mean, I just come on, let's go. I think tomorrow we're going to meet, right? We have a tour.
We have a tour tomorrow. We have these awesome people that are going to join us and help us determine the right way to go here. So that and then after that, we're going to meet for about 4 Wednesdays in a row.
Yeah.
Doc, to further assess data and come up with recommendations. We're going to go out to the community, get their input as well. They should be on the lookout for something in the mail if you're part of the Canutillo community, and just be aware that this is something that's a priority for us. We have to address these 2 issues because they're related and because they're important for us to address: the loss of enrollment and the state of our school buildings. These 2 issues are critical, and they're catalysts for us to fix so that we can reach our full potential here in Canutillo.
Wait, what was our voices?
It's your choice.
Your voice.
Your voice.
Their future.
Their future.
Their future. Yeah, this is the future of your grandson that's gonna come out in 9 months. So next 5 years, be at Canuto, and what kind of school do you want him to be in?
I want Abby
An hobby.
in the classroom.
Yeah, hobby in the classroom. What do we want? So you have your little one that's in 5th grade, and what kind of high school does middle school?
I'll be here for a while, so let's do something.
Yeah,
Yes.
Christina has a kindergartner, so
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Montessori.
Yeah. So I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here for a while.
Yeah. So you have a while. What
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of middle school? What
I'm
kind of-
here. I'm going to see a lot of things.
Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah.
well, and so we look forward tomorrow to doing this, and we're gonna update you as community members on what happens with the task force. but we want to end in a positive note. We want to again wish everyone a happy New Year. Welcome back.
And then if you're available tonight, our Lady Eagles play Burgess at home at 6:00. Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
And our boys play Hanks at 6:00, both at home. So, yeah, January 6th is Three Kings, right?
Three Kings Day tomorrow. The other.
Did you have a bunch of king cakes on that?
Yes.
We're gonna have some tomorrow here.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you cut it?
Cut it. You get the baby.
Who's
and you
having
bring
the
tamales.
baby? Let's wait and see.
Yes.
You get tamales on
Vote
February
Road
2nd.
Feast, February 2nd.
All
Yeah,
right.
they're
Tamam.
I'm tamaled out, man. I am.
Yeah, sorry, Cindy. Sorry, Lupita.
All right. Well, Doc, we'll see you tomorrow morning
go.
here,
See you tomorrow,
and
bright and early.
everyone, we'll see you next week.
All right, go Eagles.